Yo, yo, yo.
Man, what's
So
up? Can
with
you
the
hear me?
purple, man. So with your color
Hey man,
scheme,
say
bro.
man, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta set a mood for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Say something in the mic right quick,
Pause,
young
man.
James Boogie.
Mic check 17, 25, 18.
Yeah,
Blase, blase.
we should be good. You know what I'm talking about? We got a we
Yeah,
got
my,
a
my level's
special
good today.
we got a special guest in the building. Special guest.
Somebody don't like Drake. I see that, man.
He is a returning guest to the
Oh,
16 Shots podcast with young James Boogie.
Young James Boogie, you are
Hey,
crazy.
y'all, dub.
Tell me how you took, and I'm gonna tell you what I meant.
Man, how
mhm.
you doing today, young James Boogie, man? I
I
see
want
you.
to hop into this statement he got on the thing, man. That's really some hateration right there, man. But I want to know why somebody would say something so disparaging about an artist.
Well, let me tell you, sir. He's going to give us his humble opinion
Mhm,
about that. Also, give you some backstory. Me and you,
mhm.
we are fans of one Joseph Anthony Button.
I'm a fan
And
of yeah.
yeah, I don't know if this young man is a fan of one Joseph Anthony Button. You know what I'm saying?
I'm an objective fan though, you know what I mean? Like there might be points when, I might lean on my fandom more than my logic, but most of the time I'm an objective fan, like, as opposed to just like I like that dude, whoever he is, pause, you know what I'm saying? I just like him. I just like him and he can do no wrong. I'm like, no, there are times when you have to question what somebody says and like, I'm not a Christian out here, it's like I don't care what happened, man. I don't care. He right. I'm assuming we're having some technical issues, right?
Yeah, man, we can get started, man. You survived the tornadoes of H Time, baby. Tornadoes hit H Time. You survived it though, I see.
Yeah,
Unscathed.
it was a rain to me. I know that it was different in places of town, but it was a regular rain to me, bro.
It's crazy how big Houston is and like the nonsense that goes on one side and then another side is like perfectly fine. I was driving down the street and thought I was gonna die. Thought I was gonna get swept up in a tornado. You know what I'm saying? My little truck was just getting pushed around a little punk ass street. It was a little rough, bro. Trees falling out in front of me.
Well, everybody made it back, so
Yeah.
I want to talk about how sorry Rudy Gobert is, man. And I don't mean it like he's not a good player, because he's definitely a decent player. But Rudy Gobert is why AAU basketball sucks, man. He is the 100% example. Rudy Gobert, Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard. They are the
Whoa,
example.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa. Did you say both Supermans?
Both of them are shining, gleaming examples of why AAU basketball sucks.
All right, give me some
Because
insight because I'm not. I would have to defer to you. I'm not. I don't know too much about AAU basketball. So
Well,
why
I
you
mean,
say that?
same in football, same in baseball. Is they specialize and with you, if the coach, I want this to be play. I'm gonna say it slow because I want it to be able to timestamp and come back to this point and play it again. If the coach cares about winning first,
All right.
he's gonna always sacrifice his players in ways that aren't the best for the players. If he cares about winning first, he's gonna always sacrifice his players in some way because winning is the most paramount thing. So if winning is important, you can't mess up two times in a row. I'm not going to give you that confidence. I'm not. I don't because I'm worried. I'm not. I'm focusing on winning. If winning is the most important thing, then I don't care if this guy can't shoot free throws. I'm not going to tell him, nah, man, you got to shoot 200 free throws. Everybody else shooting 100, you shooting 250 until you catch up to everybody else with the free throw shooting, right? Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard. Like, there's no way that you get to that age, 18, 19, 20, and you can't hit a free throw, man. That's because whoever had you growing up, they put you in situations where winning was the most important thing. So your development as a player wasn't as important. Your totality of development, not just, oh yeah, you bigger than everybody. So, dunky, dunky, dunky. No, what about your free throw? What about your jump shot, man? What about your handles? You don't need handles. You big. You need handles. No, you need the whole thing, man. You need everything. Development, man.
Rudy Gobert can't shoot free throws. I haven't watched too much
No,
Rudy Gobert, bro.
Rudy Gobert is offensively challenged, man. Like he's really uncoordinated, really, and it really starts with, like I said, like you 7 foot tall, bro. Like if you had some coordination, bro, you would be awesome. I mean, I can go down the line. It's a bunch of them, Kim Mutombo, but he got an excuse. He started late, Like we see what happens when you get a big guy coordinator. You see what happens. You get a coordinated big guy. You get Joel Embiid. You get Akeem Olajuwon. You get Chris Webber. Like if you get Kevin Garnett. You get a guy that's coordinated at their size. you have a whole different beast to deal with, right? And people rely more on the natural talent of somebody as opposed to, look, we finna develop you for these next 12 years, not just to win games, not just to get these shoe deals for our club teams or whatever. We're going to develop you. Quarterbacks the same way. Pitchers are the same way. Hitters are the same way. Like, there's no reason why Manny Rodriguez, I mean, Manny Ramirez is such a horrible outfielder, bro. That's because he has a gift to hit the ball. Manny Ramirez could have been Ken Griffey Jr. We've seen examples of what happens when development is made. When you have supreme talent and supreme development, you get your Ichiros, you get your Ken Griffey Juniors. But then when you have supreme talent, it just plays off talent their whole career.
But what about
only
like
know one thing.
like when you bring up some of these hitters, what about the ones who pretty much like that's their expertise is hitting? And I know baseball is kind of weird because one league had DHs, the other league didn't, so you can make a living being a DH, and you don't have to play any fielding. You know what I'm saying? So now like
No,
pitchers,
but I mean,
pitchers normally they're not really good batters. When you see those pitchers who
that's 'cause they
also
don't
can hit
practice
home
on 'em.
runs, yeah, because they too busy throwing 5 different pitches. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean? How that's like saying I get pussy, but I don't eat pussy. I just get pussy my whole life, and I feel like I'm a complete fucker because I can fuck the shit out of it. But like, if you want to be great, if you want to be complete, it's not all it is hours. All it is putting in the hours. Like, I'm not saying be a home run. I'm just saying, like, for the longest they couldn't hit it. Pitchers couldn't hit it at all because they had DH. It's like, nah, it's time to pitcher. We're gonna put a DH in there every time in the American League, I think.
I would have to ask our guest about that because he's the baseball guy. I just always thought, your pitcher's almost like your quarterback. Because if that's the case, you could say, well, shit, your quarterback could also play running back, wide receiver, linebacker, or whatever. But when you have that much money tied up into that player who is that pivotal, who can be that important to you for the game, like, yeah, I would rather Roger Clemens be able to have 3 different pitches and strike out the whole line opposed to being able to, throw good pitches, but also hit bad at 300. You know what I'm saying?
I think your equation is kind of off.
I don't
say
know.
that because
We can ask the baseball expert. Why the fuck you look so young, bro?
Oh, you see, I touched up my face.
yeah, it's the lack of facial hair, man.
You see, I touched up my face. I don't know if y'all can notice this. I'm not sure how my mic sounds right now. Let me turn this down.
Oh, you 100.
Yeah, you 100, bro.
But yeah, I do look clean. I do look fresh. I heard y'all talking about baseball, so I just wanted to correct some things.
Yeah, please do, because I'm not a baseball guy.
I didn't hear shit y'all said, but I just knew it was wrong. So
no. What I said was I got baseball in my blood too. I'm all the sports. So what I'm saying is, what he was saying is because a player has so much money tied up into him that we don't care if he can't hit.
That's not what I said.
Pitcher.
That's not. What I said.
mean, what would you say? What would you say then? So you can make it make sense.
I was saying that.
What are we talking about right now?
We're
talking about in general.
Yeah, just give them the synopsis, bud, because you had your thing you were talking about when it came to AAU players.
Yeah, AAU ball. Well, I said Rudy Gobert, Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard. These are examples of how AAU ball is hurting. Hurt not always, but it hurts the development of players because the coaches don't care about player development; they care about winning. So instead of developing players, they just get players that can specialized players, or they just get the greatest athletic talent. And it goes the same for baseball. It goes the same for football. It goes the same for because there's no reason why the pitcher shouldn't be able to hit. That's a purposeful thing. They don't take batting practices as long as other people do, and it's not because they can't hit. We've seen you can have pitchers that can hit. Ty Cobb was a hitter. Babe Ruth was a hitter, right? You can say that it was different times, but what was that? Your boy just got paid $50,000 million from Japan. Like, specializing in doing one. If you play in a sport, whatever sport it is, and you can only do one thing in the sport and it's purposeful, that's not good for the game. If I'm a pitcher, I should be able to hit the ball. I'm not saying be Ken Griffey Jr., but I'm saying you shouldn't be he's a 0.45. Like, come on, man. You can be a 200, a 250 hitter as a pitcher.
The thing with that too, like, yeah, you're saying that, but also pitching. I mean, even go back to like high school, and I don't know, like if y'all played, what teams y'all played and everything like that. But once you get to college too, it's kind of the same thing. But like Katy was not technically in our district, but they were the number one baseball team while I was in high school. And I pitched, I played third, I played second, I played short. I did everything that was out there. But also, too, I went to a school where nobody just pitched. Like, no one was that good to where you could specialize them to just pitch.
Yeah.
But what it takes to pitch at even the college level and beyond that, like Otani, that's what I mean. Honestly, you should see this not as pitchers should be doing more. You should see Otani is special because of the fact he's able to excel at both, which they've had guys. A lot of these guys used to pitch. A lot of these guys could pitch, they could hit, but can they do that? Can they do both? I mean, you got to think it's already hard to get to the league in one thing. Now you're asking, hey, you should be able to be as good as not only pitchers, but you should be able to hit 250, 300. You should be able to excel at hitting. But as a pitcher, like I would say you're kind of, it's limited. It's less like the probable for you to actually be that good to do both at that level. And the fact of time,
I wouldn't say be good.
That's different. And I would even say, I would also argue that Ty Cobb and Babe Ruth, if they played at their skill set right now, they wouldn't be in the MLB. They wouldn't be able to play college ball. Honestly, I won't go as far as
how about that makes sense. How would so you're telling me that how could you argue with what already happened? How could you conceptualize something that already happened? Like you're saying that if they played today, of course, because that was 100 years ago. Yeah, duh. The people this year in 100 years, they've seen what they've done and had technique. But what I'm saying, we've already seen what they've done. We can't take away what they've done and say, oh, if you put a caveman in today's world, he would, because his things have changed. But we already have concrete evidence to see that, yeah, these guys were special athletes for their time. Their skill set, of course, wouldn't translate to now because we've seen what they've done. They built on, it's evolved. But what I'm saying is you don't have to be a great hitter, but you should be able to be a competent hitter. If you play baseball and can't hit the ball, then you're not a baseball player. You're a pitcher.
And in baseball, man, I think that's also, I mean, there's a lot of traditional shit that comes with it too. But again, like even in the NBA, like you got Luka Doncic. Like when you're looking at him, he's an offensive, really only player. Shouldn't he be playing better defense? Shouldn't he be all defense? Now apply that to every single
not all defense, not all defense, not all defense, but some
player. But would you put him, and when he tried, I guess, but would you put him all defensive all time?
See, the metric of saying all time or saying, I'm not saying they have to be the best defender or the best hitter. I'm saying that to be a competent hitter. Like the pitchers, like literally they're either bunting. Well, now it's changing. It's going back to how you said now they're hitting. And to your point, in high school,
now they're not hitting at all. Pitchers aren't even getting to the plate now.
In high school, pitchers hit like everybody else, right? Of course, the talent was less.
Man, I tell you, I'm like specializing it. Like you got it. Like especially you look at bigger high schools or good high school. Katie Taylor. They had 40 guys on their roster, varsity, and they had people that just pitched. And these kids are juniors, seniors throwing 95 plus, and that's why they're just pitching because they've already seen it. Like, hey, this kid, the way his skill set is, he can hit at the high school level, but is that going to translate to college? Is it going to translate to the MLB? Who knows? But what will and what's got the best chance of doing that is what he's able to do from the mound. And really pitching, like you should be able to hit. I mean, that could be a thing, but in all reality, pitching's limited. Like look at the Astros. We started off horrible at the beginning of this season. Mostly because of pitching. I mean, we didn't have much offensive performance, but on top of that, too, we're losing 10-1. But even then, even if we're putting runs on the board, you're still down 10. So now you've got to have great games every time because our pitching and especially our bullpen was horrible. 2022, when we won, guess what we had? We had the best bullpen. But what if and we had great starters?
What if my pitcher is, let's say he's 175, right? My pitcher. Like I'm saying, some of that, what the tradition says that the pitcher is like, okay, you specialize, all you do is pitch. Like there's no metric you can say that says, well, I'm gonna take away, something that would add to points in the game. This is gonna add. This is run support. This is gonna help you out as a pitcher. You get a single or a double. That's helping you. That's helping the team. But instead of having that skill, and it's not that I can't do it, it's that I don't. Like you said, they literally don't practice on it. They're like, you know what? We're going to specialize you. And I understand it, but it it brings the game down. Same with basketball. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason why Shaq can't shoot free throws. It's the only reason he can't shoot free throws is because in his development stage, they weren't sitting here saying, "Hey, man, should work on this." They're like, "It's okay. You got 28 points by this dunking. So them 20 that you missed for free throw, them 15 you missed, don't worry about that. You still, because you're such a supreme athlete." We're seeing it.
I'd still honestly argue basketball and baseball and even football, throw that in too. There's always going to be a difference because at the end of the day, how does a football game end?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the end of it?
A
team has more points and what happens?
Yeah. So anything to get anything
Time
that gets
ended.
points.
Well, hold on though. This is my point though, because NFL, football, basketball, there's time on the clock, whether it's two halves, 4 quarters, whatever it is. Offensively, I'm trying to score. But at the end of the day, if the time's going to run out. So it kind of makes it where the offensive potential, run supports you mentioned, is more important because of the time that it's time sensitive. The reason why pitching matters more and why that defensive matters more is because of the fact that to end a game in baseball, to get out of an inning, you got to get motherfuckers out. And if you can't do that, then you can't do much. And if I want somebody coming in the 9th inning to close out a game, or a long reliever in the 6th, or a middle reliever in the 8th, whatever it is, if I need somebody to come in and get out, I honestly don't give a fuck if he can hit a baseball, because he's coming in to literally just close this game out. I need to get motherfuckers out. So if you're over in the batting cages hitting and you've got a 4 ERA, and you're giving up 4, whatever the fuck it is, you're not, Brad Lidge in his prime, then that's a problem. And at that level, again, I did everything. And even you see kids in college, you don't even see this shit now, where once they're in college, honestly, for the most part, if they're pitching, they're just pitching. If they're a position player, they're just a position player. And the only thing, it's going to be harder. And the only reason Ohtani even had the chance to do this is because he came from Japan, and in that kind of
style of play is different.
And they allowed him to. He was a superstar there. He came here, and is also too, when he came to the Angels, no one expected him to be able to pitch and hit. He was there. Literally, you're buying his bat. So he goes to the Angels. Oh shit, he's got a 2.0 ERA and shit. This motherfucker can pitch. He gets hurt, he comes back even better. So, and then contract year, now he gets paid by the Dodgers.
The change is coming.
But like Americans, kids coming up, it's highly unlikely they're gonna, even Dominicans, even like foreign players that they're coming up. Normally, they tell them, you pick one. We want your bat.
It was a time when Kevin Durant came out of college. All they said was, "Man, you too tall to be shooting all them threes. He shoots too much. He's too tall. He's too tall." Now you look, and that's all you have is 7 foot. Like the game has to change, and I think it's gonna change. I think it's changed. But let's get to Drake, man. I want to talk some Drake talk, man. What's the problem with Drake, man? I don't know. I know he just did a feature on Sexy Red's new project, and he rapped over the BBL Drizzy. That was super hard. Super hard. It was super hard.
It wasn't super hard, bro. It was not so hard.
It wasn't hard? No, it wasn't hard.
It was a nice song. I mean, Drake can rap, bro, so it's not a trash song, but no, it wasn't super hard. It's not super hard, bro.
What was wrong? Okay, what made it not super hard?
Bro, it's just not super hard. It's not as hard as you make it go. It's a good song because
that's your opinion.
Rap,
I thought it was hard. I'm not saying it was the best song ever. I'm just saying that even the idea to do that was innovative. That was super innovative. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody
saw him getting on the BBL beat.
Yeah. I don't think that because nobody said he gonna rap over there. He gonna rap over that. That wasn't a conversation piece until it happened.
But I think also I'm not the one, because I'm not gonna look at Drake objectively right now. I'll be honest with you, because I feel like he doubled down on some of the shit that he was called out for, and you're still back on the songs talking about BBL Drizzy. If they need it, come and get me. You know what I'm saying? You need the money.
Yeah,
I got you. So, okay. So I mean, it kind of fits with what this nigga Kendrick was saying, and all I'm saying is, Kendrick got me feeling blacker than fucking black, and I don't like Drake, nigga. I don't like Drake.
You know what?
I don't like Drake, and honestly, I feel like after all that, like, Drake's not gonna notice you niggas, man. Like, he doesn't care that you support him. But Drake is, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I wanted to talk to you about Drake. This is why I did this. This is why I got BBL.
See, okay.
And Aaron, you gotta stop changing your colors, because you're gonna change my face.
My first off, I'm not against Kendrick. I don't think Kendrick is as dope as people make him out to be. we've had this conversation before, I think, but I always thought that he was like a tier or two below Andre 3000. I always thought he was like almost a ripoff of Andre 3000 to me, from the way he
Kendrick's a
raps,
ripoff of Andre 3000.
from the way he raps, from the cadences, from the using the voice edit like he does. Like I to me it screams out. I don't know if it's purposeful or not, but that's what it reminds me of. But that's okay.
You feel like that puts him tiers below because you see the influence of Andre 3000 in his music, or you saying he's just ripping him?
I'm saying to me it puts him like I'm saying you can't be a greatest of anything or the best anything, and you're the B version of something. Because I don't think Kendrick's better than Andre 3000. So
you feel like
can't
Kendrick's
be the
not
second.
innovating anything. You feel like he's just copying things that he sees.
No. I'm not saying that. He's a talented artist.
Okay.
But I'm saying he's not, my opinion, he's not as innovative or as forward as people say, as people try to make him to be. What I'm saying is I've seen this type of vibe from an artist before in Andre 3000 to the point where it sounds alike. Like even the cadences sound alike. So not saying it's not tight. It's tight and it's hard, but I'm like, and it's insightful, it's meaningful, it's deep. But there's no way in the world they got this 7th best album of all time. Like, ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way in the world, man.
Are we talking about Apple? Because
yeah.
But if that's the case, how you feel about
Hill,
Drake? Number one.
Actually, Aaron, you kind of got me. I was like, how do you level that criticism against Kendrick and like anything about Drake?
Exactly, because
Drake is a rapper motherfucker. That's why.
Well, hold on. Well, time out.
Okay, but
you're,
you said it. He. I'm sorry, Aaron. I don't want to.
No, go ahead.
On you, but like I was kind of sitting here thinking about this too. But that was your thing. Is like you can't say he's 7th greatest album of all time, and even Kendrick, who says Eminem, Andre 3000 are his biggest influences, even on the Control verse where he's like Andre 3K. Everybody else, shut the fuck up. Like we're in competition. He already elevated. I mean, obviously this is 11 years ago, but he already elevated him above that there. And 3K being one of my favorite rappers too. I see the similarities and I see the influence, but I got to defend him on that because there's not, and this is just going, I mean, I don't want to go back to Drake, but he's made, I mean, just Kendrick himself has taken so many different risks. Every one of his albums has kind of a different, not structure so much, but is going through trying to actually tell a story. And as a lyricist and as somebody that considers himself conscious, like the fact that he's even in a conversation or mainstream at all kind of speaks to his artistry. On top of that, the reason why everybody puts Andre 3000 at a higher level, and that's a guy coming out of a group because of the same thing. Andre 3000 took risk, and he would, I mean, honestly, he would elevate people on songs with him, but on top of that, his self. And I think, I don't know, man, I would like to hear your opinion on if you feel like Kendrick's being influenced by 3K is a knock on Kendrick, then how is Drake pretty much taking over different sounds? Because Drake has a sound. He goes to it every now and then on his albums, but for the most part, he's trying out different things, but it's not trying out new things that, hey, I'm going to try this out because it's cool. No, I'm seeing this work from this other artist. Now let me throw it. Central C's throwing this up. Dave's doing that. Let me go and do this, what's that shit called? The UK shit, UK drill. Or you got him on trap beats. You're going with YG to Compton. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and again, that's my problem. I mean, that's one thing Kendrick pointed out. But my problem is, like, Drake said, he's a pop. I mean, he's pop. He's a performer. And for me, the fact that there's even a question on the providence of his rhymes, which as a rapper is what makes that's the talent. Your ability to use your thoughts, use your experiences, and translate that into a song that, whether it's catchy or not, that's people want to fucking listen to. And I feel like one of them does that and the other doesn't. So that's why I separate them like that. And I think the Michael Jackson and Prince thing is actually a very good comparison. I'm glad they kind of leveled themselves that way because of the fact that I see them that way.
But okay, perfect. So was Michael Jackson a cold piece of work? Pause.
He was the greatest performer there ever was.
Okay, and so what I'm saying is Drake has shown that he's the greatest. He's one of the greatest hip hop performers, artists. I'm not Yeah, artists that we've had in the last 20 years. Like if it wasn't Lil Wayne, if it wasn't for like maybe 4 or 5 other artists, Drake would be hands down. It wouldn't be a question. But like you said, he's able to go do UK drill. He's able to go sing with Rihanna. He's able to do down south trap music. He's able to go back and forth with Bun B on his first album. Me, Bun B, and Wayne going back and forth, and it's seamless. That's a talent and a skill in itself. How many guys came out with how many guys were in Young Money in that first run, and how many guys made it after the initial pow? Yeah, Tiger hit boom, and Gutter hit boom, and everybody hit one time. But what Drake and Nicki did, it's undeniable. You can't deny that these guys have a imprint, have a ability to make music, an ability to create music. Drake is the better song maker
good
than
music.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he charts on the, but I mean, like hip hop and rap.
Yeah.
I can't. I feel like you can't put Drake above Kendrick because he gets more hits. Because he gets more hits, he does more numbers. Because guess what? He
That's not what I'm
translates
saying.
well to. Well, what are you saying then? Because
What I'm
Kendrick's
saying is
influenced by 3K. Drake can make and take sounds that he sees coming up, so he can stay relevant and stay popular for pop music. I'm
but
just
everybody's like okay, so when everything we do, we can go back to baseball, basketball, football, music, all of that. It's monkey see, monkey do. I see them do it. Oh, they shooting threes now. I'm gonna shoot three. Oh, they doing trap beats. I'm doing trap beats. Are they going to the whatever? It's they using the auto tune. It's monkeys. What I'm saying is he's taking styles that haven't hit, that like he's able to see styles and music genres. One, because from where he's from, like Toronto, Canada, that's already a mix of sounds to begin with. It's a strong reggae influence in Toronto. It's a strong UK influence. It's a strong hip hop influence. It's a strong lyrical influence in, like, they go to New York and get some of that boom bap. Like, it's so him being that chameleon that city displays through his music. I'm not saying that he's the best because he makes popular songs. I'm saying the songs he makes them popular. They're not popular because he did, oh, I'm copying so and so and I'm just riding the wave. It's like, no, I took this thing that was bubbling, and I was able to reintroduce it in a way that's bigger and more palatable, and I'm skilled as fuck. That's my skill. It's kind of like,
I mean, what you just described sound like stealing somebody's shit.
Yeah.
I see something bubbling. I'm bigger. When I do it, it's gonna blow up. There's a young man that died. His name, he had a song called "Look at Me." XXX Tentacion. And how's that song go? How's that song go? And I'm sorry, but that song blew up.
Yeah.
Drake wanted to get on it. Then all of a sudden, Drake's got another thing where literally that flow was taken. And I would love to hear what the Drake fan base feels about that, because I don't go as far as saying this nigga killed him, because that's stupid. And I don't see Drake like, if at the end of the day, again, he is a fucking performer. And until someone shows me something different, but even when the best song I think he made when it comes to bars and rap is everyone saying Daylight made it. It's hard for me to say this motherfucker's great and more than just a performer. And Michael Jackson, great performer, could dance like a motherfucker, but he wasn't writing all them goddamn songs. He was performing the shit out of them, though. Prince.
But I'm saying, but
on the instrument, that's doing
weird
shit.
That's kind of egotistical. That's that hip hop ego bravado type shit.
No, it's not. But see, that's like how I told you last week. I said you can be the better hit maker or song maker because Drake has the machine behind him, but he's not the better artist when you talk about Drake and Kendrick. He's not the better artist.
Okay, why does Drake have the machine behind him?
I don't know why he has it, but Drake has the machine.
Hold up, how you not know why?
I don't know why. What you mean? What you mean? How do I know?
Who listens to this? Because I got an answer, but who listens to this?
Everybody. But I'm trying to say,
he's a
why
biracial artist who sings and can connect with younger white audiences, and he's able to ride the wave a little better. Because I can be honest with you, I'm literally I work with a lot of white people, a lot of conservatives, and you know kind of how the spin is. Oh, Kendrick talked about Drake's son, and obviously we all heard the songs. Did he talk about Drake's son? Did he insult Drake's son? No, he insulted Drake to his son, I guess. But that's the spin, and automatically it's boom because the white kids connect with that because Kendrick, when he's saying that fucking police just want to kill us and fuck cracker and fuck this, guess what doesn't translate well? When Drake, who doesn't want to touch anything with, I mean,
but that's not his experience,
even just politics. Though. But my thing is this though, is
it's not his experience. You can't make him be a revolutionary if he but if I grew up in a super multicultural, multiracial situation where my best friend was from my best friend's family was French. My other best friend's family, my best friend is white. My mom is white. My dad is black. I grew up in all these multiracial, similar to like people saying like Lil Wayne saying like I can't say Black Lives Matters this and a white man saved my life. That's his viewpoint. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying that his viewpoint is not. Kendrick grew up in Compton. So his experience is gonna be different. So the way that he projects is gonna be different. But what I'm saying is that Drake, going back to the original question, the reason why the machine is behind Drake because Drake makes dope ass music. They don't just pick people around like, oh, he fits the bill. If that was the case, they give all that money and influence to Jack Harlow, or they give it to somebody who they.
You don't think the machine? You don't think the machine got behind Jack Harlow? You don't think
I mean, another one too, Billie Eilish.
Yes.
You got Billie Eilish too. She makes good songs, but guess what? Her fucking parents are in the record industry already. It's nepotism.
But what I'm saying,
for Drake, he came up under the biggest artist at the time, who was Lil Wayne.
How?
He made good.
It was
good
15
songs.
of them.
But what I mean, hold on a second though, because the thing is, everything you're saying, it's not about numbers, but we're getting back to numbers because that's popular music. That's what I mean. He makes
what I'm saying
songs,
is
he makes hits, right?
By what y'all are saying about what y'all are saying, Tiger would have been the one because Tiger can get to the black crowd and he can get to the Asians. And no company in their right mind be like, I got a black Asian. Oh man, yeah, we're gonna push him all the way because he got a whole 25 million people over there that they're gonna buy. Like, why wouldn't they put their money behind Tiger?
Yeah.
And Tiger already got a hit before Drake come over there. He got 3 or 4 hits.
But you're taking
ignorance of just Asian people as a whole, because if you think Asian people accept Tiger as Asian, then I got a bridge to sell you somewhere, because I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it. So you think that white people accept Drake because he's half white?
I don't think it's because he's half white.
I think he is a better entry point into hip hop as a whole because of the fact that he makes easily digestible music, most of which doesn't make you think, and it's something that's got a catchy hook. He puts melodies on it. He can sing, he can rap. Not saying the dude can fucking do all that. The rapping
but you're speaking
part,
about
this is again
you're speaking about the songs that are you talking about the meaty songs, the songs that he puts out for consumption, right? Because like both of y'all, we all admit that he's a hit maker. He makes hit songs. We're not talking about that. It's like I'm not talking about and this is what I think usually happens with the Kendrick Lamar and Drake discussion. Kendrick Lamar fans talk about all the B cuts, which are dope. They talk about all the insightful cuts, and then they compare those insightful cuts to the radio songs that Drake's got. Like, he ain't got Western Road Flows. Like, he ain't got Lord Knows. Like, he ain't got all these songs that are deep and insightful as fuck with some of the greatest artists of our time. They don't talk about them. In this whole conversation, Drake got a verse with Rick Ross from 10 years ago that talks about this exact situation, and nobody brought it up. None of the Kendrick fans brought it up because it would go against the grain. It's the real back and forth here in this conversation between Drake and Kendrick is styles, and people want to put Drake's style on forefront, like, oh, he's pop. Well, shit. So was Kendrick Lamar. He's pop too.
But before the beef even started, that's what they were doing. They were comparing the two styles. You compare the two styles. You compare Drake as being a hit maker and all of this, and then you say, or not. I don't know. You might not have said it, but people say, well, Kendrick. but people will say Kendrick Lamar is a conscious rapper, X, Y, and Z. You know, he's a Pulitzer Prize winner, things like that. He has substance in his music. Drake talks about it's the Nas and Jay-Z shit. One dude drop knowledge, one dude talk about money, cars, and hoes. And we know there's more substance to Drake than money, cars, and hoes or whatever. But like,
and Jay-Z,
I just feel like on the surface, yes, Drake makes hits. I feel like Drake makes hits. He has the machine behind him. He goes, he finds the hot wave. He hops on the songs with those hottest artists. Kendrick
don't make sense
goes
though.
by the, which neither don't make sense. You name me a time that Drake hasn't found the hottest artist, hopped on the song and rolled the wave.
Migos.
What?
The Migos.
You mean tell me the Migos weren't hot?
No, the Migos wasn't in fact, that the comment, what makes it so funny is that Drake is the one that makes them hot. Drake makes UK Drill hot. Drake makes Migos hot. Drake makes Sexy Red. Sexy Red wasn't bubbling like she is now. She was. What you mean? Don't look crazy because you didn't know she had a song 5 years ago. That was out.
You the one that told me she had a song 5 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
And when you told me she had a song 5 years ago, when we were debating about Sexy Red to me make trash music, Drake was nowhere in sight at that point. She was already popping.
No, she wasn't popping.
My question is, is that really the data point we want to do that Drake put Sexy Red on?
I'm just saying that's his data point.
That's good for music.
That's his data point.
I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. This is why I think it's unique why people do this. Like every song doesn't have to be a dissertation of life.
And every song you're right.
Hold up.
But every
this
song,
was the whole
every song,
by Wayne. That was the whole thing by Wayne.
But every song don't have to be a party track either. It can be a mixture of whatever, bro. Well,
why
okay, not? if you telling me every song don't have to be conscious rap, then why does every song have to be a party track? When I say every song don't got to be a party track, why are you saying why not?
I'm saying the same thing.
I can ask you why not then.
No. What I'm saying is, how are you going to say because he makes music that's deep that he's better, and because he makes a bunch of party tracks he's worse? And I'm saying
That's not what I said. That is not what I said.
Let me finish. Not you. I'm saying how people say that his music is deep, his music is popular, it's pop music, right? And I'm saying, like, how you gonna knock somebody for being the best at what they do? If you're the best party track maker and you keep making party tracks, how is that a knock, bro? Why you gotta put all these connotations on his oh, we got the machine behind him? No, that nigga make cold ass party tracks and popular songs. Them same songs that y'all talking about.
But you put connotations behind K.Dot when you said he's a B version of Andre 3000. He's a watered down version of Andre 3 Stacks.
What I said was that I can't say he's the best or he's the top because he is a derivative and not as good as. I'm not saying he's not great. He's not. I'm just saying that to me personally, Andre 3000 is better. So if I'm the fruit from your tree, how is the fruit better than the tree? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that the fruit ain't good. I'm just saying the tree's still there. And Andre 3000 tracks, like you can't make a track that sounds like mine, and then I'll be like, oh, you better than me. What I'm saying with Drake makes great music in his lane. So great that everybody falls in line and tries to get like Drake. Everybody tries to like. Every last person that came out and said fuck Drake has songs with Drake and has videos of them praising how cold Drake is. From Kanye to
okay. I'm just pause you real quick. What were you doing 10 years ago?
10 years ago, I'll probably.
Would you consider yourself the same exact person?
No.
So why this is another thing Drake fans keep bringing up, where it's like, okay, Kendrick did a song Swimming Pools with him back in 2012, 2013. And it's like, well, he liked him then 12 years ago. Okay, what's happened in 10, 12 years? Kendrick, from what I've seen, and every album he's released and every song he's been on, has been pretty fucking consistent in who he is. And actually has shown through his music, not only just who he is, but also personal growth and also turmoil. So when we're talking about shit
Drake
10 years ago,
turmoil?
Okay, Kendrick didn't show turmoil?
No, I'm saying Drake has to show turmoil in his life too.
To be honest with you, I mean, let me ask you this: which album does that the best?
For Drake or for Kendrick?
Well, Kendrick's an easier answer because of the fact that his albums are actually concise and they have a plan and they seem structured. But for Drake,
Yeah.
in your opinion, what's his album that shows that? Because I know his what's that? Not Certified Lover Boy. What's the new
No.
one? What's the not the new one? What's
But
the one where he's
Scorpion.
arguing with the chick ruins the Bahamas trip? This is my thing though too though, because obviously,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, we're all, I mean, I don't know, y'all niggas might be up there too, but we're all honestly around that nigga's age, either up or down.
He
And I'm
ain't too far
sorry,
from me, to be honest with you. So
but
yeah,
this nigga's 37.
Yeah.
And he's rapping about the same shit he was rapping about at 23, except he's got more money and the girls are the same age.
the girls the same age.
I would disagree. I would disagree a little bit because I'm saying I would say
how's it
I would
shit?
agree
I mean,
with you.
he's not
I agree with
super
you, but I
booties,
disagree.
but
I'm saying
and
I
again,
would
like
agree with you.
going to, I'm not saying Kendrick's better because he's lyrical, but just rap as itself. If I'm a singer, you know,
Yeah.
Mariah Carey doesn't have to write songs for her to
Yeah.
be Mariah Carey. Mariah
Yeah.
Carey is one of the greatest voices there is. Her talent is coming from her vocal box and her ability to sing.
Okay.
Why was Biggie great? Was Biggie, like, if Biggie couldn't write raps, what would he be?
I don't think Boogie was great, but
Okay. All right, okay.
Biggie was great.
I'll be honest.
I don't
This
think Biggie's great.
contrarian shit,
Biggie
I like
was
it
great, bro.
because that's me. But you saying Biggie's not great, I would love to hear. I would love to hear a reason why
Okay.
you feel
Okay.
like
You're
Drake-
crazy if
Do
you
you-
say
hold up.
Biggie wasn't great, bro.
Do you think Biggie was better than Mace?
Yes,
Yes.
Why?
I think he was a better storyteller. I think he was a better rapper. Now, the only reason why you can probably have the argument that Mace was better was simply because Mace was alive to have a longer run.
No,
think
I
it-
would say also, not to cut you off, sir, but some of them songs that y'all think Biggie, like some of them songs on Biggie album that was so big were Mace's songs that Mace brought to Puff, and Puff just gave like, okay, this your song. So some of the songs that we feel like Biggie XYZ were Mace's songs. Also,
like you told me Mace penned the whole song.
Mace penned the song. Mace penned the song and hold up, and Mace conceptualized the song. So yeah, Biggie might have penned his verse, but I conceptualized the song like, hey, okay, we're gonna do this, that, and the other. Oh, Luca. Oh,
But hold on, you
sorry.
okay.
Luca for 3-point game. I mean, 43 seconds left. Up by
He
one.
ain't play a
But,
lick of defense either.
he didn't. Well, no, he did. He played some.
Goddamn. But okay. So now looking at Biggie. So we're saying at the same level now. You're knocking Biggie because there were maybe some reference tracks and some songs that got pulled from Mace and given to Biggie. And
I'm
you
saying
feel like that
Biggie ain't had
never
but two,
happened with Drake.
No, I'm saying Biggie ain't had but 2 albums.
But
And
Biggie
telling
died,
me on
though,
it-
bro. That's
That's
what
what I'm
I'm saying. He died, bro.
Okay, when I'm not talking about Mace ain't have but 2 albums. So what we talking about? Mace ain't got but 2 albums. What I'm saying is, if I got 2 albums and you got 2 albums,
Mace has more than just. I understand what you're saying. He has the first one. He has Double Up. What was the next one that came after Double Up?
Harlem World, yeah, that's it. Harlem World Double, that's it.
Nah, I thought he had some shit on G Unit or that whatever that
No.
murky place was.
No,
Mace
they
had a
ain't
That's
third
old
album.
nigga. That's old nigga shit though too. But Boogie, what's your favorite Kendrick album? All right,
My
not
favorite
say
Kendrick
favorite.
album-
What's his best album?
My favorite Kendrick verse is the verse with him in the game, The City. My favorite
my God.
Kendrick verse. My favorite, we're the angels in the city. When he
That's your
went
favorite
on-
verse?
That's my favorite Kendrick verse.
Okay,
my
but what do you
favorite-
think his best album is?
My favorite Kendrick album, and this is why I can't put. It's another reason why I can't. Well, no, I guess to pimp a butterfly, my favorite one.
Damn, I was trying to trap
Good
your
Kid,
ass.
Mad City.
Okay,
was
I don't know
cool.
how you like To Pimp a Butterfly and you can't like Drake too, nigga. That's
Well,
two
I can't.
very different things.
What you mean? I like.
King Kunta.
Oh, that boy Luca won the game. Oh, boy, that's
But
it.
no, I mean, like,
Um,
kind of going back to it though. But like, even okay, so just to clarify and kind of get back on the right track. So you're
Mhm.
talking about Ross and Drake, the song 10 years ago,
Mhm.
right? Break that
Mhm.
down. So what are you saying? Like, what were they saying on that song that points to now?
In that song, Drake was talking about. He was talking about growing in the industry, becoming famous, and he's like, I wonder how the greats would deal with the landscape today, where people, when they don't like you, just go back and try to dig up all the dirt they can find on you, Like they don't talk about, and it's like they don't talk about. They say anything about me, but they don't talk about my flow. The actual thing that we really probably beefing about, the thing that you saying I can't do, they ain't never said Drake can't. Like even in our we never said Drake can't rap. That's never been a conversation. The conversation has been what he raps about, the way he does it is, but you know what I'm saying? But it's never about the actual thing, which
Well, it
makes
is because
whole,
who wrote it is always a question.
it helped. But okay, if
Because
what I'm saying
again,
is,
you
that's
can
just what they do. Because when Drake said Keem was writing his stuff, like I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, but
But
that
I'm
was a
saying
straight
like,
up lotto.
well,
how
King
you
was
know?
10 when
How
Good
you
Kid, Mad
know?
City came out.
Yeah,
So
that was a lot, bro.
the
How you know
most,
it's a lie?
How you know it's true?
what do you mean? I mean,
I'm not saying it's true or not. That's my
the
whole
only
thing.
evidence we have of either one of them using either one of like anything for them is Kendrick reference tracks that became Keem's song. You got
I'm
Kendrick,
saying is
who before
Daylight
he
is
left
playing
TDE,
is on both sides of but Daylight is on both teams the whole time. For a long period of time, Daylight is on both teams. He's 100% on Drake's team, 100% on TDE, and Daylight will come out on a Monday and be like, yeah, man, this is about Kendrick, and it come out on a Tuesday, this is about Drake. So like
Daylight has never said that he wrote anything for K.Dot.
that's
he
not
did.
even a. It's not a question.
Yes, he did. He
Daylight has
100%
never
did.
said he goes wrote for K.Dot, bro.
Please
So go back
pull
and
it up right now. No, pull it up right now.
What's the name of the song that he wrote? The OVO song he wrote that he was, because that's what he was referencing. He was saying that I'm the person that this is before this beef. It's before the beef. Before all this beef. What's the OVO song? I'll pull it up. And then this is the coldest part about it. So we gonna believe the ultimate troll. But anyway, keep going.
Who's the ultimate troll?
Daylight.
Do you believe that Daylight wrote back to back? I'm just asking.
Why would I believe that, bro?
I'm asking, do you
Why
believe?
would you believe he wrote anything for Kendrick then? If you don't believe he wrote it for Drake,
No,
wrote
I'm
something
not.
for Drake, like Kendrick has no
I'm saying-
question he's writing shit. Besides Drake fans trying to throw this and make it a comparison when it's
what
not.
What I'm saying is the conversation about people writing for you or helping your pen is like you can't say in one instance that this is a global thing and we're doing da 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 da. Like that's the ego talking, saying that, oh, he wrote everything and that's it. No, man. This is the way that this thing works, the way that they make music, and the all the ears and people it goes through. Even if let's say Kendrick wrote every single word he ever wrote. I mean, he ever rapped, he wrote it, right? When it goes through his 17 hands, they come back and be like, "No, change this," or "No, you can't do that right there," or "What if he did it like this happened?" Because Kendrick is not releasing music on BFA or my own records. He's going through Interscope.
No,
So
I
if
get
you
that
think
point.
that if you think that Interscope is not have no
hold
input on what he's saying,
but I
But
get
that's
that
not
point.
the
But that's not what
accusation
we're
that
saying,
Drake
bro.
has.
That ain't what
That's
we're
not
saying.
the accusation against Drake is
Yeah.
initially Quentin Miller wrote shit for him without crediting him. Because if you go to that, it should go to DSPs with their name credited. And the fact that his name's not credited on anything, except there's reference tracks of him rapping it, and then there's a song with Drake rapping it, that's different than Interscope saying, hey, tone down that nigga shit.
Would you say that, okay, when we go I'm a historian. I'm a historian, right? So
I am too, Daddy.
when Luther Vandross,
oh, here we go.
And Stephanie, what you mean? Here we go. What I'm going to say?
I think it's a difference.
What I'm going to say?
What I'm going to say is, I think it's a difference between a R&B singer or a jazz singer covering
What's the difference?
Covering another song.
Because
no. Let me finish. When Luther Vandross, Stephanie Mills, when they were in the background penning for these big artists, right? Because their pen was so strong, Lionel Richie, when he was penning for other artists, because they pen is strong, when it's their time to shine, they shine, right? If Quentin Miller pen is that strong, if you say that Quentin Miller can pen for Drake, what his albums did, what his songs did.
So
if
you're saying
is
Drake's
that strong,
the best, so Drake's the greatest rapper alive, is what you're saying right now.
Not even close.
Okay, then why is he the biggest artist if your pen is going to take you everywhere? Because if he's not the greatest rapper, why hasn't the greatest rapper surpassed him.
Do
And
you
who that
think
is,
Drake's,
I don't fucking know, but I'm
do
pretty
you
sure.
think Drake's in
there's
the
a ton
top 5 of best rappers of the last 10 years?
No, I can't put him there because there's
Okay, well, who would
issues
you
with
put
whether or
in the
not
top
he's
5?
rapping.
Who would you put in the
10
top
years?
5 of the last 10 years from 2024 to 2014?
I'll give
Big
Drake
question.
5.
But he's
But
top
then
5.
then it's gonna be Cole. But also it's top 5 because last 10 years from 2014 to now ain't fucking been much that I would really consider good at all, honestly, outside of a couple niggas. And it would be what, Kendrick, Mac Miller before he died.
Okay.
Drake's gonna be up there, Cole, and then it's weird to say this.
Uh-oh.
You said the last 10 years?
Last 10 years, man, but I'm just
Do you consider Kanye one of the best rappers in the last 10 years?
No. I think all of
I say yeah.
I think for me, his like
hold
rapping wise,
I'm
his
going
best
somewhere.
albums
So
are
Boog,
2009.
you would say Kanye is one of the best rappers in the last 10 years?
I'm not gonna cut you off.
No,
I'm
man.
gonna say yeah.
So
I'm
does
not
that
gonna cut
make
you off. I'm gonna say yeah.
So does that make Consequence and Saha the best rappers in the last 10 years as well? Since
No,
they
nigga.
penned his shit amongst others?
That's what I'm saying. That's the way that you frame it, like framing the conversation is very important when you're talking about something. Because if you say Saha and Consequence pinned Kanye shit, right?
But we
then
know
how
they
come
did.
But
But we know they did, though.
How come Consequence? No, we did. We know they
No,
helped
we
with some of the songs.
1000% know that Consequence, Saha have written for Kanye, as well as Drake has written for Kanye.
Okay, what did Consequence album do?
Has written for
What did Conway album do compared to what Kanye album did?
It's different.
Did Conway pen a song with him and Ghostface that just came out? He did that too. Did Conway pen a song with him? The last 4 features Kanye had. Like you're taking a micro or something.
I'm not taking a micro of anything. So you're gonna sit here and tell me, because you're gonna sit here and tell me that Kanye is penning all of his shit. Kanye West.
I didn't. That wasn't a conversation.
Everybody knows
that wasn't a conversation.
Yeah, but no. Everybody knows Kanye has writers. Like everybody knows Dr. Dre has writers. Everybody knows Puff had writers because these guys weren't.
Bro, that's crazy. No,
how is that
bro,
crazy?
because how you gonna okay, duh, me and you play basketball, right?
No. Let's keep it on rap, bro. I don't want no basketball in that.
Okay, me and you look, it's the same thing, bro. You try to say because they've had a right, because what Dre having writers and Puff having writers is not the same as Kanye having writers, because Puff and Dre have shown that they can't rap like that. But Kanye has shown the writers who write with Kanye say, oh, yeah, he can rap his ass off. Nobody has ever said Puff can rap his ass off. Nobody has ever said that Drake raps his ass off.
The ability of rapping is not the question here.
Then what are you talking about then?
The ability of being able to perform a song is not in question.
No, we're talking about rapping. Nobody's ever said that Dr. Dre can rap his ass off. Nobody's ever said that Puff Daddy can rap his ass off. Nobody's ever said that about these guys. But guys who pen, guys who would say, or people say he wrote for Kanye, they say, man, Kanye can rap.
I'm confused.
He doesn't need me to rap.
Time out. I'm confused because I don't know where this whole thing that Kanye can rap. I didn't say he couldn't rap. I didn't say that the man couldn't rap.
Then what are we talking about then?
I'm talking about the writers, bro. We know Kanye has writers.
What I'm saying is,
I'm not talking about the ability. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm not debating the ability.
We can't compare Kanye to Puff, bro. That's not a fair comparison.
You're not even let me finish.
That's what you said out your mouth. You said Dre has.
What the fuck you mean? That's what I said about my mouth. What I said.
That's what you said.
What I said was, and I'm speaking about the comparison of these people who don't necessarily pen their own material, but they can perform said material. I never said that. You got it.
It's not the same, bro. You saying that because we did the same thing that we're equal.
That's not what I said. I never said anything about
that's
any
exactly
kind of
what you said.
Nigga,
that's exactly what you said.
I didn't say that, bro. I didn't bring up any kind of fucking equality. No Black Lives Matters. No hold hands and kumbaya, nigga. I ain't say none of that. I was speaking about the person who might be a producer or someone, whatever, who doesn't pen their own material, but they have ghostwriters to put out their material. That's all I was talking about. I wasn't talking about who was better, who was on the same level. None of that shit. The question I asked you was, if you said Kanye was one of the best rappers in the last 10 years, would that make guys like Consequence and Sci-Hi some of the best rappers in the last 10 years as well, because we know they have penned things for Kanye because they've been credited for writing for Kanye. That's all I asked.
Okay, so my question is this. So do you have any way to say what Consequence penned for? When I,
I'm
like,
pretty sure if I
you,
go, I'm pretty sure if I go look
let
at
me,
credits
can I
to
finish?
songs, you
Can I
can
finish,
find.
sir? Can I
But
finish?
it's
Can I
no,
finish? Can I
no,
finish?
because no,
Can I
because
finish? Can
because
I
what you're
finish?
no,
Can
because
I
what
finish?
no,
Can
I'm
I
not gonna,
finish my
I'm not,
statement?
because
Can
I'm
I
not gonna,
finish?
I'm not gonna
Let me
let you do
finish my
that.
statement.
I'm not gonna
What
let
you
you do
mean?
that, bro.
Do what? I gotta
I'm
finish
not gonna
first.
let you sit here and try to make it seem like that it's not a known fact that Consequence and
I didn't,
Sci-Hi
but let
write
me finish what
for
I'm saying.
Kanye.
Let me finish what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You don't know what was penned. All you know is that they contributed on the album, right? That's all you know. You don't know if they contributed 1 line or 20 lines. You're making the assumption that they penned the majority of it, but you have no idea. There's
Do you
no
have
way
an
you
idea?
could know.
Well, educate me then. Do you
You
have an
don't
idea?
know. So how you gonna say
time
it?
out. Time out. Do you know?
No, but I didn't say it. You did. So why you asking me?
Because we already know it's a known fact.
No, you said it, but you don't know. All you know is what you see on the paper, but you don't know if it was 5% or 25%.
First off, sir, what do you mean I don't know? What are you trying to
You
say?
don't know.
So are you trying to
You
say I
don't know if it was 5%,
Are you saying
25%, or 50%?
Are you saying I don't know because I'm dumb?
No, I'm saying you don't know because how would you know? I don't know.
Gotcha.
So how would you know? And you weren't in the studio with them.
I'm going by what someone is credited for. See, now you.
But you don't know what. But it was not on the credit. Does it say he wrote the hook or he wrote the song? Is that what it says on the song?
Kind sir, you know it doesn't say that.
So how do you know what they wrote?
All right, I got you.
What you mean? I'm asking.
How am I supposed to know? I know.
So why would if you don't know, how are you so sure to say they can't be?
First off, I know they're credited for writing credits on the song. Secondly, I see Kanye as performer and producer, and I see Consequence, Sci-Hi as writers credits. Now we also have seen interviews done where
he's on writer too.
We've also seen interviews done where these guys, we know that they pen songs for. We know Kanye has a.
We don't know.
We know.
We don't know.
We know Kanye West has a whole writers team when he gets in album mode. When Kanye
but
was
you don't know how.
When Kanye was in Omaha, wherever the fuck he was, we all know that there was a whole writing team, a slew of artists that were there penning shit for Kanye. We know that.
I agree with you. But you don't. But I'm saying, but you don't know. But you're just assuming. You're assuming.
I ain't assuming shit.
You're assuming. Yes, you are, because you don't know what they did,
bro. I don't know why you
know. Okay, well, tell me how you know that they wrote this.
I don't know why you're sitting here arguing this fact when we all know that
it's not a fact. It's an opinion, bro.
All right, you got
because
it,
you're guessing that you're guessing. No, you're guessing. You're guessing that they wrote this. You don't know. Okay, so if on every Kanye album that he has, he's as a writer on every single song. Is that true or false?
I'm not saying that he doesn't contribute to the song. I'm not saying.
So how do you know who did what?
Nigga, I'm not saying that he does not contribute to the song. I don't even know why you're trying to argue this point, bro. I don't know why.
I agree with you. No, I'm asking you, but I'm asking you, how do you know who did what?
Because you asking me some bullshit, bro. Because you don't even fucking
how's that bullshit, nigga?
Because there's no time out. Shut the fuck up. Because there's no way that you can figure out who. Nah, because you really on some bullshit right now, bro. How
am on some bullshit? You try to discredit this man writing, and I'm saying, okay, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you.
Time out.
I agree with you.
Time out. No, time out. I'm not trying to.
I can't agree with you,
nigga. I'm not trying to. Fuck that. I'm not trying to discredit anything, bro. All I'm saying.
Go ahead.
You know what? Nah, you got it, bro.
I said, go ahead, sir. I'm with you. I'm riding with you,
sir. Got it, bro. You got. I don't. What you mean? I don't want to argue anymore.
It's not. I'm agreeing with you, sir.
I don't want to argue anymore. You got it.
Who's arguing? I'm just saying, if you say that so-and-so wrote so-and-so, and I'm agreeing with you, then I'm asking, okay, well, what they wrote? Did they write the hook? Did they write a verse? Because if I write 2 lines on the song, and if you want to be from what people have written, they say that Kanye is the person who will give writers credit to everybody who's in the room. That's documented. The people that didn't even give him words, he'll credit them as writers because they was in the room, help with the vibe. I'm not disagreeing that those guys helped him write. I'm just saying the way that when you put him in the same boat with Dre, and we know that Dre had somebody write a whole verse for him. He ain't had nothing to do with it.
How do you know Dre has somebody write a whole verse for him? Were you in the studio with him?
Because the conversation that Dre, Snoop, and Jay-Z had was that, oh yeah, Snoop said, I wrote a verse for Dre. so and so wrote a verse Dre. I mean, Corrupt wrote a verse Dre, and
We
Jay-Z
know
wrote a verse.
we know that because these parties have got on interviews and said what they pinned for Dre, just like
They said
Saha the Prince and Consequence and Conway the Machine and Benny the Butcher and Pusha T have gotten, and Drake have gotten on interviews and told us what they have pinned for Kanye.
They said they said we, no, they didn't say that. No, it's different.
Time out. No, that is not true. So the same thing that you're saying,
not true.
the same thing that you're saying in regards to these guys saying what they pinned for Dr. Dre, we also have artists saying what they pinned for Kanye.
No, they don't.
Yes,
I'm
they
sorry,
do, bro.
I'm wrong. I'm
Yes,
wrong.
we
Hold
do.
on, I'm wrong. Let me. I'm wrong.
90
What I'm saying
calories.
is, I'm saying
That Corona,
I'm saying
like,
that,
bro, you might as well just be drinking Sprite.
I'm
that's what
saying
I'm
that.
trying to get ready for Spain, nigga. Hey, y'all can argue all y'all want, but Kanye, I never seen a nigga's like the greatest rapper, but the nigga's one of the greatest producers of all time. And
If
also
not the-
has
Have you heard the Kanye verse on Ghostface album?
First albums are classics. I would say all three, but niggas might not agree with Graduation. But even then, writing
Graduation
credits,
was
and that's
fire.
not my problem. I think it's money in the water. Writing credits, honestly, that's good. If you're giving someone a writing credit, that means I was in the fucking thing. You pull up any Kendrick album, there's other niggas that are on here
Credited
for
for
writing credits.
Of course.
Exactly. And they're credited.
Me
That's
and
not
Boog
the
have been-
problem.
me and
the
Boog have
problem
been
is
rappers.
the songs that Drake is considered not to have written were one-on-one diss track where you shouldn't have any help writing this. And the
Well,
fact
that
they're
man
saying
can't have
another
help
nigga
writing,
wrote
man.
it, that's one thing. But at the end of the day, man, it obviously is going to come down to preference. But
Exactly.
I prefer when I listen to music,
Yeah.
and I'm talking about what makes music great, something that just, and again, this is I'm just gonna keep quoting Kendrick, something that pacifies me and doesn't require me to think, and I just want to vibe out to the song. That's fucking fine, but that's also not something that I got from 3K. Is that what made 3K great? Because he made catchy songs? No. Every goddamn track he was on, he made catchy songs. Every fucking track he was on, I'm listening. I'm caught up. I'm listening word for word. What's this nigga saying? Because not only do I want to hear what he has to say, I want to process it and see how I can use that in my life, because I feel like this nigga's music and this art can better me. Can you say the same thing for Drake? No, but that might not be what you're looking for. And again,
sometimes I can. Sometimes I can.
But, I mean, I would argue that very far and few between.
Question. Zero or Lil Kiki? I'm gonna ask
Kiki, but I'm still gonna say zero. I'm gonna say it again. Zero
or Lil Kiki. What about you, Dub? Zero or Lil Kiki?
You can't ask me that because it's a bias though, bro, because I ain't from Mo City. I'm from H-Town. You know what I'm talking about? Southside H-Town. So I'm ride with Lil Kiki the Don. You know what I'm talking about?
All right.
Southside Screw's finest. Now that ain't saying that Zero ain't dope. So you know what I'm talking about?
I agree. Okay, zero. Okay, I'll make it easier for both of y'all.
I don't like how you said that, bro.
Face. I'm not making it easier for both. I said both of y'all.
I don't like how you said that though. I still don't. I take offense to that.
All right.
Face or who?
Scarface or Kiki?
It's Scarface. That's a no-brainer.
You think so?
No. What do you mean though? Because I would say Lil Kiki, out of those two, Lil Kiki probably has a song I like more than anything Scarface has. But Scarface just has a bigger discography. And also, I mean,
does he? No, does he? Does he?
For what I know,
when you say bigger,
yes.
you mean
songs
you mean
songs
sales.
that took more than just
no. For what he might know,
sales popularity. Yeah, exactly.
He's younger than us, so for what he might know, like Kiki has probably bigger discography than
if I'm saying Kiki been dropped every year for the last like 4 or 5 years.
But
for the last 4 or 5 years.
Until the last 4 or 5 years. How old is Lil Kiki now?
I mean, I ain't listened to the last 4 or 5 years.
I gotta be honest, but that's another thing. Y'all ain't heard what's this nigga talking about? That's going.
I'm gonna stop y'all. I gotta stop y'all.
Get on the verse. When he get on the verse, stop y'all right now, nigga. I'm listening to the Flute album, nigga. I'm just saying.
I'm look. Can't Stop the Rain. Kiki album. Can't Stop the Rain. Kiki album dropped, I think, week 4 last. Pick It Up is one of the dopest Lil Kiki albums that's been out. Legend, of course, is a dope Kiki album that came out a couple years ago, or last year too. Kiki's been dropping albums every other year for the last 3 years, and they have been hard. They have been dope albums.
See, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I do defer to you because your music knowledge is greater than mine. But You still the nigga that tried to tell me Gunzo was a fire artist, bro. And because of that,
Gonzo's fire, bro.
I just can't take you serious sometimes.
What it is my and this is not nothing against anybody. My palate is different when it comes to music because like what I'm saying
Everybody's is.
like no, but I'm saying yeah, you're right. But my palate is that like if I go to St. Louis and I hear St. Louis music, it's a vibe in the city. So there's something that might be palatable to the nation, which might be Nelly, but really Key One is the one that's really making the city bop. So now I gotta see, okay, well, why is the city bopping just like Mac Dre might be the one will make the city bop, but E40 is palatable to the states, right? Like bass might be the one to make the world bop, but really Kiki, every person in Houston raps like Kiki. Every person in Houston on any level at some point come down and they finna decline. That's Kiki. So you can't say you so just because
I
this
don't
person
think
has
you can say that's exclusively Kiki. I just think that's
But also,
H-Town
I would
flow.
think that's the problem.
No,
with
that's Kiki, bro.
Houston
What you
and why a
mean?
lot
I
of
don't think
niggas
that's
ain't coming
exclusively
out of
Kiki.
Houston.
Who started it?
Who came first? Was it ESG or Kiki? I'm just asking.
Kiki.
Kiki came
Pimp the
before
Pen was the
ESG.
one. No. Swang and Bang, he wasn't rapping. Swang and Bang was rapping, bro. Kiki's about to throw him down like a fresh set of domino for all the pimps, all the players, all them. Kiki was like I think he was like the youngest out of all the Screwed Up Clique. But Kiki Flow is the one. Every Paul Wall, Sauce Walker, all them will tell you, I'm Kiki. ESG ESG might have been there, but ESG he went away for like 5 years. But even Swinging and Banging was on the same at the same time as Kiki. Kiki is original SUC, so yeah, Kiki.
I'm not debating any of that. I'm just I remember before I heard one Kiki song, I had older cousins who were on Southside H-Town slang, and I don't know that Kiki is the originator of the slang that the people in our age bracket use. I'm not arguing it. I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah, I'm saying that ESG ain't from Houston.
That don't mean nothing.
No, I'm saying that he was from Louisiana. He came to Houston. They wasn't rapping like that in Louisiana. They were rapping like that in Houston. We've heard what Louisiana's rap sound like in the early 90s. They was on some bounce shit. Houston was the one that was slowed down and was slowed. But Kiki is man, that's Kiki, man. I'm not saying that she ain't throw, but that's Kiki, bro.
Open
Kiki,
talk about your palette. Now, when you say you got is it you? Because I feel like the way you described it was, and then also what you're talking about Kiki's album recently, and you go to St. Louis, you're looking for, the niggas that are touching the streets and shit like that. I think like 21 got to say like it's be hard to convince any nigga in Atlanta that Drake is bigger than Future, but like, is it like all encompassing or like what are you? Because
I'm saying, so speaking of Future, like some things are regional, some things are generational. So like I'm older, so like the Future, I was like, man, this is just listening to it, I'm hearing it. But then when you see it, how it works how it works with the young people and how they use it, what they do with it, whether they drink it to it, they fucking to it, or whatever they doing to it, how they vibing with it, it's like, oh, that's the vibe. That's I'm looking at it from my palette, from my age group, or how I listen to music. Like I'm listening to a person who listened to Stevie Wonder and Lionel Richie and the Commodores and Duran Duran and Milli Vanilli. Like I got that in my system. They ain't never had that. They had Ja Rules and so, and Future is the next step from that, he's a vibe. So when they say Future is one of the goats, you can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't knock that. I understand on that his vibe, he a goat. You know what I'm saying? He created a vibe. Our era looked at the lyrical content of what you can do. This era, the era of this is going on right now, they looked at how you can make people move. How can you move them? How can you touch their spirit? You know what I'm saying? And in different cities, it's different. Like you said, you go to Oakland and they with the Thiz and all that Mac Dre, they move. You go to Detroit, they out. Yachty is a goat in Detroit. You go to Detroit, it's a whole era of Yachty in Detroit. And all them young dudes in their 20s and the 20s, they sound just like Lil Yachty. Google
like
Bar
Wale
Ward.
in the DMV.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's people who are in an area who influence the whole area who, if you're not from there, you would have no idea about because it's a vibe for that area, for that area in that era, and then
And
it hits the masses and it changes.
Yeah, and I think, and again, just trying to stick with Drake and Kendrick because honestly, I'm just saying it's kind of how it all started too. But like Toronto, I got family in Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto didn't have, like you were talking about, it's multicultural and shit like that. These motherfuckers talking with this like half-ass Jamaican fucking accent and shit like that.
Come on,
that's brand fucking new.
No, it's not. No, it's not. What was
I got it.
Cardinal official.
Yes, it is.
Cardinal official. That was their biggest rapper up on Drake. That's the 90s.
That is brand fucking new for you to see little white kids picking up fucking shit like that. And even honestly, black kids, because my cousins is black that live there. And that shit's new. So Drake started a wave in there, but that wave came from co-opting other niggas' shit. And I'm just saying, like Drake hasn't brought a sound outside of honestly his kind of back and forth R&B to rap, and I can't see. He's got a dance hall album. Did he blow up?
Yeah, he cold.
Cold. I mean, you said he blew that up. You're saying he made dance hall music popular?
No. I'm saying
so he hopped on the wave, and
I'm saying that like when Stevie Wonder did jamming, Stevie Wonder didn't invent reggae, but when Stevie Wonder did jamming, he opened up the door and it was like, oh man, we didn't know even the Jamaicans, even the Bob Marleys at the time didn't know that reggae could do this. And that's what Drake does. Like UK drill is banging but they ain't know it can do this though. I ain't know that the Drake is Ja Rule, bro. He Ja Rule. But we know Ja Rule could do this though. We know that style we know it could do. We knew the style.
I think you putting too much dip on Drake Chip, man. Really, I do.
How nigga? This nigga is the most sold.
Exactly. Boom. Say it again.
Take me out of it. Take me out of it. What I'm saying is the proof in my pudding. The way why I feel like I'm validating what I'm saying is because a bunch of people gravitate to that music. Like, name an artist that was popular in the last 20 years, and I guarantee that they biggest song is with Drake. What more can I say? Rihanna, A$AP Rocky, Weeknd.
Rihanna's biggest song is with Drake.
One of her biggest songs with Drake.
A$AP Rocky's biggest song is Drake and Kendrick.
Rihanna's
biggest song actually might
Drake.
be Eminem.
Who? Oh yeah, that was a big song. You know what I'm saying? I bet you Drake's song ain't too far behind though. I guarantee that the Drake song.
But again, and this is my thing. What's the most? I mean, sales. Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
How many G wagons are sold in the United States a year?
A lot.
Do you think there's more G wagons or Camrys sold?
Camrys, of course.
Is Camry a better car? Like, is Camry considered like is that a better product?
No.
Okay, but what is it?
It's affordable. It does its job.
Oh, it can get into more households, huh?
It's more house, yeah.
It fits more. Exactly. Yeah. What does Drake not do? And this is my thing. Don't be a nigga and then not talk. I mean, and not be a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's my. It's the inauthenticity that I think is the big problem.
That's the part that I don't get, because I think that niggas is the most inauthentic. Like the entire premise of a lot of the pockets of hip hop are counterproductive to being a nigga. Like, the reason why I don't never shit on Kendrick. I'm not saying I don't shit on Kendrick, because he in some ways is trying to break the mold of what hip hop is, because hip hop is conflict, which is, to me, is super weird, because I'm like, bruh, the real reason you tripping with Drake is because Drake said that y'all in the top 3. Drake didn't say you was bullshit.
Drake
shot some lines. He dropped some lines at you.
Drake never said it.
But Drake never said what?
That they were the top 3.
Cole said it on
Cole said it.
Cole said it was top 3. They top 3. But I'm saying, but Drake ain't never been like, Kendrick is bullshit. He said, yeah, if I did what you did, I would have your fans. He said that I'm able to be in spots that you can't get in. He said that I ain't gotta do no records with no pop artists to stay relevant. He said that kind of stuff, little sly shots, but it is what it is. What I'm saying is Kendrick has tried to keep rap in a space of positivity, but the basis of rap is on some like, it's not about being together, bro. It's about separating and I'm the best, and we can't all be the best, or we can't all be here together. It gotta be me. It can only be one type shit. So I don't know.
And from how I heard, I mean, honestly, the Control verse 2013, and he names a bunch of people: ASAP Rocky, Drake, Mac Miller, Jay Electronica for some reason. And a couple niggas came back at him. I think Lupe Fiasco, Jay Electronica, they had like little mini beefs, but Drake got mad
Joe
at
Budden.
And Joe Budden, and I'm not even gonna get started on that nigga, Aaron. Don't even fucking. But
I'm just
Drake
saying the
took
first
that
nigga
as like
flow Drake
shit
stole was
talking,
Joe Budden's.
and in reality, if you look at from 2013 to now, because I think when did fucking Problems come out? I think that was the last song they did together, which was probably 2012, 2013, like that year. It was right around that same time. But I mean, just hearing that verse, even when I first heard it, it was like, motherfucker, I'm rapping. This is a competition. We gonna rap against each other. And niggas got offended by it. And then he's come out and there's been little jabs and shit like that back and forth. But at the end of the day, I think his biggest problem is even Kendrick, who is from Compton, which you can get put in a box. If you're a Compton rapper, what are you expected to be? You're expected to basically just fucking YG. That's what you're expected to be as a rapper out of Compton. But a nigga coming out saying, what in the gang? Hey, man, I'm just a nigga that's getting caught up in shit. And every single one of his albums, and even then, I'd say more Section 80 is the start of it. Good Kid, Mad City kind of fell off some. But then T-Pab comes right back with, you got a nigga that's, it's conscious rap, it's lyrical. And when you see his evolution and you see, Drake's evolution or lack thereof, I feel like that's where I think that's where it is. I just, it's hard for me to have someone look at Drake and not say he's inauthentic because he's riding waves. There's no problem in that, but don't be out here talking about you big threes, you rappers. I'm rapping. When for me, anybody can fucking rap. Anybody can fucking put their voice.
No.
Hold on a second, because when I say rap, hold on a second. Anybody can fucking rap. There's niggas with good enough pens that can put anybody on there, and you could make a song where this nigga, damn, he got bars. But obviously, a big part of that is the presentation. But then if you're not writing the shit and all you're doing is performing, you're basically Milli Vanilli, a singer that can't sing.
Basically, you're wrong, bro. Because have you heard? Well, not recently, but did you hear them then?
I don't think so, because from what I know, they were dubbed over.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but when they came out and they tried to sing after they got caught, and they wasn't ready. Now the one that's still living, he actually can blow. He can blow right now. And on top of that, the guys who wrote and sang the songs came out with a group immediately afterwards called The Real Milli Vanilli. And what that do? I can't name a song. I literally watched the documentary a couple weeks ago, and I still can't remember thinking the song that they wrote. And so, what I'm saying is,
you had two caramel niggas with dreads that were tall and good looking. Oh, all I'm saying is this, nigga. Damn, man, like the nigga is presentable. It's perfect. It's fucking Michael Jackson,
bro.
He's Michael Jackson. He's right.
Drake
right.
Said it.
He's the king of pop.
I'm gonna say it like this. I understand and feel some of the things. I have a very objective, and my palette of music is also very objective. So I can understand. I feel like I understand what Maxo Cream talking about. Like when I hear Sauce Walker rapping, I see his skill, but I also know where I feel where his skill is coming from. Right? I understand where Chameleonaire's passion is coming from. I understand that Paul Wall and Chameleonaire being a group is an interesting dynamic because we are opposite in every which way. And the way we attack a beat is different, not just verbally, but because of our experience, the way people look at us, the way that the way that we present and have been accepted in life is different. I'm a cool ass white boy who everybody fuck with, so my flow is gonna be different. You don't hear struggle bars from you don't hear no struggle bars coming out of Paul Wall. But Chameleonaire got straight struggle bars and straight, they don't believe me, they don't trust me. You see what I'm saying? Drake don't have struggle bars. Drake a light-skinned niggas that been on TV since he was 14 years old. The amazing thing about Drake, to me, is that Drake can get on a song with 21 Savage and it be seamless. Drake can get on a song with the Migos and it's seamless. It's just his song is not necessarily about the struggle, and he can put the way that because he, even though he's had a different lifestyle, he still has he has issues to deal with, and he can talk about those issues in a way. Oh yeah, well shit, I know, yeah, y'all know bitches fuck with me or women come out my way. But shit, that make a nigga think like, damn, they don't want me for me, or is it because I got paid, or they don't want, they just want light skinned nigga, or how, the way he puts it. That's not what the Migos saying. The Migos on
that's
some
what
whole
Mike
different,
Jones
you
was
know what I'm
saying,
saying?
though.
And that shit
That's the whole hook.
back then they ain't want me.
I'm just,
but not,
I
but
mean, he's not
Mike
saying
Jones,
he's not saying
wasn't
nothing new, but you like
no,
the way
but
the
I'm saying,
nigga's
but I'm saying that no, I'm saying Drake saying back
make your
then they
ears
did
feel
want me.
good.
Drake saying back then they did want me. Like he ain't got he don't got no flow somebody how he was an underdog. He's
Started
saying
from the
like shit,
bottom.
okay. Started from
What's the bottom he talking about?
The bottom of the
But
rap
also-
game, because they because they, when he came in, what was the conversation about Drake? This whole acting nigga, he ain't got nothing. We ain't fucking with him. Man, what the man? Right? And he proved through his bars that I belong here. Rick Ross is the same way. Like every male, especially black male or biracial male, has the same story. You know what I'm saying? We've tried to assert ourselves in this world through our talent or through our skill, and we find it hard for different reasons. Whether because I was too short, I wasn't pretty enough, or I wasn't attractive enough, or I didn't have enough money, or I didn't have, they said I had the skill, but I ain't had. It's the same story. Now, how we present it, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar is saying it's because the white man. And then Drake saying, Drake not going to say that. My mama white. I can't say that, bro. And I can't hold that man to say that at any point because he always has that barrier or that knowing that my mom white. So certain things I can't talk about. I shouldn't talk about.
That. But
he
the
don't talk
thing
about.
is, though, too, is because there's another biracial white rapper whose mom's white who was able to get in that space, and it's also, I mean, J. Cole.
Yeah, but no.
So I'm just saying, and he also can speak.
But
on
J.
that
Cole,
too.
J. Cole,
you can also
is probably
say
a better
J.
rapper than
Cole
Drake,
gets,
though.
There's no probably to it. Out of these three,
but also,
Drake is at the bottom.
now at this point in time, and J. Cole is still my favorite rapper. But I fuck, man, I
think J.
can't
Cole?
see.
I think J. Cole.
I don't think it's a big
Kendrick better than
three,
J.
but
Cole?
I don't think.
No, I think J. Cole's better than Kendrick. If you want to be honest.
Me too.
I think
100%.
yeah. So as a rapper, yes, but I feel like Kendrick
what it's
transcends
called.
this, which is, I mean, artistry. And when this nigga says he's Prince,
I'm sorry.
I agree with this nigga.
I think look what it's called, Rudy Gobert, nigga, though. But I don't want to stop you. But I'm 100% sure. Well, now
He's from Slovenia, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't like us there.
I feel like
so
he
I'm
called
surprised this nigga NBA not just fighting everybody, and he fighting the light skinned niggas too. I'm surprised he not fighting. Well, that's probably he need to fight Ant.
I mean, he fucked with Kyrie, but I feel like he hit that shot and it was like, nigga, you can't hold me. I gotta go back.
Like
and look
Kyrie
at
be
it,
on that crazy shit too.
Nigga.
He probably Kyrie. They probably bond on some like some real conspiracy shit too.
But yeah,
even then,
I think J. Cole better.
But I don't think it's a head and shoulders better. I just think it's like Magic and Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like one is better at this, one is better overall. But it's like you're not gonna lose whichever one you got. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna ask y'all some questions, just out of curiosity. How do y'all consume music?
Who? Because I think it depends.
Like, how do you consume music? Like, what's your routine for getting music?
Getting it? I'm streaming it.
Or should I say mine?
If it's a person I'm interested in that I feel like makes good music, Drake song. I listen to Drake. I listen to the first person shooter a shit ton. And I'll be honest with you, it wasn't for Drake though. But like Drake's got song. I mean, one of my favorite songs all time is
J. Cole.
Oh, Cole.
J. Cole.
What do you mean?
Yeah. You said first person shooter. That's J. Cole.
They're both on it.
First person shooter is.
They're both on first person.
Oh
yeah,
Drake.
It's on J. Cole album,
actual song. No, it's on Drake's album. But J. Cole has the verse. Drake's on there talking about like I'm about to. You know what I'm saying? And that's just see BBL, man. He about to get busted down. But I would say this, like if it's like Cole releases the album, I'm sitting there and I'm listening through the album. I haven't done that to a Drake album in a while, but for the most part, with most rappers, I'd say most rappers I feel like put effort in their albums. And I think that's a big problem I have with Drake is Drake can rap, but honestly, half these songs he gets on there and it's like all right. And it's like, nigga, I get you rich, I get you famous, I get your accomplishment, you're accomplished. one away from Mike, but holy fuck, are you not trying to get there? Because I don't know, man. But I would say this, like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers came out. I sat there and I listened to that whole fucking album straight through on the plane. And the kind of the same thing with most of the things that come out. You said what?
You liked it? Did you like it?
I liked it better after another listen and for different reasons. You didn't like it. Did you like
what's your process? No, I mean, did I like it? So I don't want to go too deep in it. I want to hear Dove's process, but I liked it. I didn't like it sonically. I liked it for the message, but I listened to it maybe 4 times since it came out. That's like a year and a half ago, right? Maybe 2 years.
Yeah, it's been 2.
Yeah, I listened to the whole thing 4 times probably. Like
I got a question for you, but Aaron, what's your how do you consume music? Do you just bend it over?
Pause, man.
Oh man,
I got a little buzz. He got them red lights going. I don't know, man.
Man, he
ain't
go
no
just
pause,
it,
man.
bro.
Diddy ain't here, nigga. Shit.
Maybe,
Hey, don't get uncomfortable, niggas. We here, man. Come on, man. Aaron, tell me how you consume that music, man.
Man, I don't like how you said that, bro. I mean, I am a slave to artists I like. So I will blindly follow artists. So if an artist drops like Button, some Griselda shit, some Sauce Walker shit, like Kendrick, J. Cole, even when Drake drops, I will go grab the album and go through it. I find new music from different tastemakers within the industry, whether if it's Ebro, whether if it's the JBP, whether if it's like some music bloggers. If I read a blog and I see a artist that they're saying that is new and exciting, I'll listen to that. If Boog tells me to go check somebody out, I'll listen to that as well.
Me no.
But I'm more of a taker of information in my spare time than just digging through new music. So
I can give you a formula, bro.
I don't want a formula. I like my formula I have.
Okay. All right.
Because I don't.
All right,
I'm not.
Let me
deep
ask you
for the fan.
what would you say is your favorite song off that album though?
Which one? Miss Morales?
Yeah.
Mr. Morale? I like the one when he awkward with his name.
We Cry Together.
Yeah. I liked it conceptually. To me, I thought it was for hell, or it was like it was a piece of art more than a song. But I ain't, like I said, I wouldn't, that album was like, to me, I was like, man, to your point, I feel like he was more talented than that album showed. DeMar was more talented than that album showed.
What do you feel like it was missing? Like, do you feel like, because like it's Section 80, I feel like is really, it's like a young Kendrick trying to be deeper than he probably really was at the time. Then you have Good Kid, Mad City, where Good Kid, Mad City is better than any Drake album.
Section 8. Any Drake album? No.
As an album.
Okay.
Good Kid, Mad City.
You might be right to an extent. All I'm saying is when you're right saying that as a cohesive album, yeah. But what I'm saying is that Drake albums be so cold that you can take 4 songs album be like shit. That's this one song can ride through the quarter. This I'm saying on the radio. I'm talking about the song on the album. Drake albums are formulaic. He has a couple of cuts with some R&B samples from the 90s. He has a couple of songs with some off beats. He has a couple of, and he has experiments a couple of times. Like it's not, and then the rest is filler, right? But I feel like his filler be dope. But like when you go in and pulling like Legend, are you familiar? Are you guys familiar with the song Legend? With the with the So Anxious sample?
What album is that on?
When I pull up on a nigga,
sample.
tell that nigga back. I'm too good with these words. Like
what's
when
that?
He's
That's
talking,
on,
you hear what
he's
saying.
Views?
I think is that yes, it's Views, yeah.
Okay.
Then it got flows. Like when you pulling them type of samples and you talking like that, the way he's talking, he's not trying to change the world. I'm showcasing my skills. I don't know what sport you play the best, but sometimes when you playing your sport and you in your zone, you not just you showing what I can do. If I'm playing football and I'm a running back and I get in the hole and I see a gap, I can shoot the gap real hard. Or I can show you, man, oh man, I can show you what I can do. If I'm a guard and I get an ISO on the wing, I could do a 2-step drop and pull up. Or let me show you what I can perform for the audience. And that's what Drake does with music. And I'm not saying that it's better. I'm just saying that I appreciate that. Now, Kendrick Lamar can perform, but he chooses to do 50-50. He'll perform with the message. And I'm saying him just okay, yeah, I understand it, but let's just show him. J. Cole shows the fuck out. Like he 100% performs and 100% gives the message. And that's why I be like, shit, he the best right now because and he does it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like I show you, I can do it fast, I can do it slow, I can do it tempo, I can put me with Yachty, put me with so and so, put me with the niggas y'all like, put the niggas y'all don't know, put me with Bottom, put me with Earth Village, put me with I'm showing you my diversity, how I can do it. I'm displaying talent as opposed to
so let me
I'm gonna
ask you
come
though.
out
You
one-
just mentioned all those people he's jumping on songs. This is Cole specifically. And it's showing his talent, how versatile he is. Versatile, yes, and being able to hop on different songs but in reality, like that's yes, that's versatility. He's not getting on a fucking Yachty song and trying to start rapping like Yachty.
No, and wins. Because Drake could
And
get on the song with
said that,
Yachty
and I paused for a
rap.
fact because there's another nigga that does this, but we're not gonna connect the dots.
Who is
I
that?
want to keep putting the dots. It's Drake, nigga. The nigga is a culture vulture. He's
That's
a
saying
fucking swag
Drake.
surfer.
No,
He's
Drake.
a swag surfer.
Drake can get on. I got see,
And then Cole makes inconsistent albums, unfortunately.
I'll agree
so
with
does
you.
Drake.
Disagree with you. I'll agree with you. I'm saying like so. I used to box when I was younger. I didn't box. I used to go to PBA, and we had in the boxing, right? And so there were some dudes that when you go in the box, like he brawl, everybody come here. Some dudes who put a counter punch, they finna counter punch whoever come in here. That's it. Now with some dudes who was like, shit, I'm a so I'm gonna fill you out and you do, and I'm gonna do what you do better than you do. Them was the coldest one because like I'm the one like, okay, damn, okay, I want to come in here and power punch him. I want to come in here and middle of the ring. I want to do. He like, okay, I'm gonna do that with you, but I'm gonna do that with you better than you to show you. I'm a kind of punch, a floor or Pernell Whitaker. Like, okay, you want, like, I'm quicker than you. Now I'm gonna out quick you. You win with quickness. I'm gonna out quick you. Oh, you a power puncher. Oh, you got footwork. So you footwork. That's what you on society. Rap, but I'm so talented. I can out rap you with your style.
See, now
So
I would say Lil Wayne. If you were talking about Lil Wayne, 100%. Yes,
Yeah.
nigga. Yes. That's not what
that's
Drake's
his son, bro.
Drake's not out rapping
son.
anybody with their style. That's his son, but they're not the same because of the fact.
No, he not as good. But
I even then, okay, so going back to X, Drake didn't do that better. Drake had a bigger audience, a wider audience. He did it. He took a hit and was like, well, I can do the same thing. Took that and then made his own hit. He didn't do it better. He just has a market that's larger. And for the most part, if Drake releases anything, it's gonna get clicks. Just in general, it's gonna get views. It's gonna get clicks, no matter what. He can go on there and hit up like a Kanye thing talking about Scoobity Poop, and the shit's gonna. I mean, even then, even on some viral nonsense, it's still gonna blow up like that. But at the end of the day, though, it's not Drake's doing this better than everybody else. But if you hear something and I take it, I copy it, and then I do it, and I'm like, I'm doing it better because I get more numbers when I'm the bigger artist. That's not the case. And no one's accusing him of like all these artists he does a song with, whatever. Okay, they blow up. Perfect. That's helping him. But it's not mutual. And to pretend like it is not going deep enough into this because there's also, I think there's also a layer where we don't want to hear negative things about certain things because I've ignored some of the stuff with this whole Kendrick thing. I think a big concern with this whole beef was the fact it was like, was Kendrick going to be able to make a hit that's going to rival Drake's whatever song Drake releases, which is going to blow up no matter what? And then he was able to. So that was more surprising. But
I think
I just don't.
You think I wouldn't say that Drake won. I won't say Drake won, but I don't think
I don't think you could say it was a tie or less. Like if you're saying it's a tie or Drake,
no, it wasn't a tie. It wasn't a tie. It wasn't a tie. Like I told Dub, I think the biggest record out of all the back and forth, the big record to me was BBL Drizzy. That's the biggest record to me. That's the record that permeated across all the genres, across all. It's like that. That not only was it it's like having like a hit 'em up, bro. People who don't even like rap know hit 'em up. People who don't even like.
You mean Not Like Us?
I think Not Like Us is the biggest record out of all of it.
Yeah.
Not Like Us was. It was Not Like Us.
That's been the
close.
biggest one. Like
No,
that's
they
literally
playing
what
Not Like
everybody.
Us
BBL Drizzy
in the
one thing,
playoffs.
but also too, what's the bet? I mean, who's made a song on the BBL Drizzy beat? It's just the BBL Drizzy, but Not Like Us is a song. And
What I'm saying is that people not making songs to the BBL Drizzy, but people who don't even.
Well, Drake
who
just
not
did.
even people. Yeah. No. Drake didn't make a song to it. Drake just put it in his song. It was the beat changed. He hopped on it. What I'm saying is people who are not even privy to the situation, like it's bigger than it's BBL Drizzy is bigger than the beef. So in
I don't
5
think
years,
you're not paying attention very well, man. Everybody is going around here talking about certified lover boy, certified pedophile. A minor
everybody
is
or
literally
Drake fans.
I've heard 50-year-old women saying A minor.
I seen dog
And I'm
videos.
sorry, that's bigger. Like, and none of them know about this BBL Drizzy
No.
beat that Metro Boomin made. The song by Kendrick Lamar that's got like 500 million views or some shit. Like that, yes, that is the biggest song out of this. But also, I don't even think it's the best song or even in the top two. Because honestly, Family Matters and Euphoria were the best songs that got released out of all of this. And then 616 in LA, I think, is a third. And Not Like Us is just the biggest banger. But Family Matters and Euphoria are the best songs that came out of this. But when it comes to what's staying on, like what has staying power, Not Like Us, nigga. That's
Not Like Us is
TikTok
dope. It's
memes,
dope.
You know? And I don't think that's the best song. It's just the catchiest one. And that's also my point that Kendrick kind of proved
Isn't
the
that
point
wild?
where the best song isn't the one that's going the most. It's just the catchiest.